How to use the word being, 5 different uses, easy explanations, and more than 35 examples. Hello guys and welcome to English Speaking 360. The word being is not easy to master. There are 5 main uses for being. Being as a noun, being in continuous tenses, after prepositions, in passive voice, and also in general statements. Plus, I'm going to give you a bonus expression, and don't forget the final quiz. Let's start with an easy one. Being as a noun. Here's an example. All human beings are equal. In this case, being means a creature. All human creatures are equal. I saw a supernatural being, maybe a ghost, a supernatural creature, a supernatural being. The scientist studied tiny beings under the microscope. The scientist studied tiny creatures under the microscope. More difficult but very useful. Being in continuous tenses. Here's your first example. The kids are being very noisy. The kids are being very noisy means that it is a temporary behavior. It's happening right now, or it's unusual for them to be noisy. So they are loud right now. They are being noisy, but maybe they are not always noisy. They were being silly at the party. They were being silly. They are not usually like that. Stop being so dramatic. It's just a bug. The guy is scared of a tiny little bug. Stop being so dramatic. You are overreacting right now. Be careful here. It's very important that you understand this. Being is not used for permanent qualities, so you cannot say he is being tall, because tall is permanent. So we say he is tall. You can never say he's being tall. However, you can say he is being funny. He is being funny. In this case, funny can be temporary behavior, only right now, or something unusual for that person. So you can say he's being funny. Notice the difference. He is rude. It's his personality. He's a rude man. He's a rude person. But you can also say he is being rude. So he is not usually rude, only now. So it's unusual for him to be rude, or he is rude right now, but I don't know if he's usually a rude person. Altogether, remember that rude can be both permanent or temporary, but tall cannot be temporary. The next one is super useful. Being after prepositions. Being follows prepositions to describe states, actions, or reasons. So you can have many different prepositions: for, about, of, without, after, and so on. Here's your first example. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for what? Why are you thanking them? You are thanking them because they are being patient right now. Thank you for being patient. After being criticized, she improved. So she was criticized, and after that, she improved. So after being criticized. She's afraid of being alone. She's afraid to be alone, but if you use of, which is a preposition, she's afraid of being alone. Here's a tough one. Being in passive voice. First example. The car is being repaired. You've seen this before. It's not easy to master as an English learner, so pay attention here. Being is used in continuous passive forms to show something happening to someone or something happening to something. In this case, something's happening to the car. The car is being repaired. Whoever is repairing the car, we don't care. That's not important at all. So that's why we use the passive voice here. The car is being repaired right now. The house was being painted when I arrived. So I arrived at the house and the workers were there and they were painting the house. But that the workers were painting the house is not important. I want to make my point here and I want to show that the house was being painted. Whoever was doing the painting is not important. The house was being painted at the very moment when I arrived. The documents are being translated as we speak. Right now, we are in a meeting and we are talking to each other, and as we speak, the documents are in front of a translator and the translator is translating the documents. So the documents are being translated as we speak. We're doing well. One more. Being plus noun. Here's an example. Being a teacher is rewarding. Being a teacher is rewarding, so a teacher is a noun. Being a teacher, it is used to express a general truth in this case. But what is most important is that being in this case equals to be. So you can replace it with to be. To be a teacher is rewarding. Being a teacher is rewarding. Being a student during exams is stressful. To be a student during the exam period is very stressful. Being a doctor requires years of study. To be a doctor, to become a doctor, requires so many years of study. And the last way to use being is being plus adjective. Now this one is very similar to the previous one. Here's an example. Being kind to others costs nothing. The lady on the right is super kind. She's helping the old lady carry her shopping bags. So being kind to others costs nothing. In this case, once again, it is used to express a general truth. Being kind to others costs nothing. It's always true. But also, once again, it means to be. To be kind to others costs nothing. Being late is unacceptable on a first date. That is true. To be late is unacceptable when you're going on your first date. So you better run, buddy, because she's gonna be angry. Being confident is important for job interviews. That is always true. To be confident is super important for a job interview. And here's your bonus expression with the word being. For the time being. For the time being is a super important expression. Here's an example. I'm not looking for a job for the time being. For the time being is a set expression. It doesn't change and it means for now. I'm not looking for a new job for now or for the moment. For the time being, the old system will stay in place. For now, the old system will stay in place. I have no plans to change the old system. For the time being, we are keeping this system. It's quiz time. Time to test yourself. She said sorry because she was rude to me. Now, try to use being to make a new sentence. I'm going to help you a little bit here. She apologized. How can you use the word being in that sentence? She apologized for being rude to me. She apologized for something. We use being after a preposition. Question 2. I'm not usually lazy, but today I don't feel like doing anything. Now think about it. How can you use being to make a new sentence? I'm not going to help you with this one. I'm being lazy today. I'm being lazy today. I don't feel like doing anything. Question 3. I'm living with my parents for now, but as soon as I can, I will move. I want to move out. So, for now is the key expression here. Can you use being to make a new sentence? I'm living with my parents for the time being, but as soon as I can, I'm going to move out. Question 4. People know that actor is friendly to everyone. Try to use being in a new sentence. I'm going to help you a bit here. That actor is known. Can you finish the sentence? That actor is known for being friendly to everyone. Once again, for is a preposition. Question 5. For artists, it is important to be creative. This one should be an easy one. Try to use being to make a new sentence. For artists, being creative is important. For artists, to be creative is important. Being plus adjective. Question 6. Alien creatures may exist in other galaxies. Use being to make a new sentence. Now, this use of being is being as a noun. So, what would you say? You would say, alien beings may exist in other galaxies. Question 7. To be a scientist can be dangerous. To be a scientist can be dangerous. Try to change to be in order to make your new sentence. Can be dangerous. What can be dangerous? Being a scientist can be dangerous. Question 8. She's excited because she will be promoted to manager. Think about it. How can you use being to make a new sentence? She's excited about what? She's excited about being promoted to manager. About preposition. Question 9. We can't use the elevator because they are repairing it. They are repairing the elevator. Whoever they are is not important. So use being to make a new sentence. Use the passive voice. We can't use the elevator because it is being repaired. Question 10. To be a subscriber to my channel is a good way to improve your English. And that is so true. So don't forget to subscribe. So change to be and try to use being here. This one should be super easy. What is a good way to improve your English? Being a subscriber to my channel is a good way to improve your English. And there's another good way. It is to go to my website for more practice. See you at EnglishSpeaking360.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.